So, another episode of Chucking Fits.
Another Chucking Fit episode, fam.
Yeah, man. So, a little bit different this time round. We're actually interviewing the host himself.
We are, fam.
The man, the myth, the legend, Malachi.
I'm in the hot seat, fam.
In the hot seats, yes.
Yeah, man, let's lubricate the vote. Can't get my words out.
Of course. So, while you're pouring out the shots, do you want to introduce yourself for the people who may not know you?
Yeah, man, for those who don't know me, Malachi, Chucking Fit, dad of three from Stretford, Manchester.
Nice.
Just trying to get by in this world, bro. You know how it is, isn't it?
As we do. And yeah, I know we're gonna get into how we were in the past, how you were when you were younger, and all of that. But do you want to just tell people kind of who you are today?
Yeah, man. Like I said before, just a dad of three, trying to make it work in this world with the cost of living right now. 3 kids. Obviously, had a bit of a different kind of teenage and younger years of my life. So what some people would say anyway, innit? Like, to me at the time, I thought it was normal. You know, if I see one of my kids heading down that path, I probably would think, right, that's not what I want for my kids, innit? But at the time, when you're involved in something, you kind of have tunnel vision. Like, I was with the boys and this is what we was on, and yeah, bro, it was a bit of a madness.
Nice. For the people who don't know, I better introduce myself as
well. Yeah, man.
So, I'm Malachi's cousin. I'm Mike. Big Mike, the man, the myth, the legend. The one they call. So, yeah, let's get cracking. Let's get straight into things.
Yeah, let's go, bro.
Let's take it back to childhood. What are your earliest memories?
You know what? I tend to have a bad memory, so I don't really remember, like, things like that. I just remember just being on the estate with the boys, and there's certain things that I remember, but I don't remember like certain points of things like that. So there's a few scenarios I can remember that obviously like getting into trouble wise at the age of like 3 and 4, but as to earliest memories, I couldn't even give you like an early one sort of like that. Nah. I know that sounds mad, but Jay says it all the time, like, you don't remember nothing. I'm like, nah, yo. I remember key things like getting arrested, or first time with a girl, or you know, things like that, or certain nights out with a man then, but just like early memories of childhood, don't really have any, bro.
Yeah.
Mad, innit?
It's madness. What kind of environment did you grow up in?
Surprisingly, from what the man them are going to hear from this podcast, you'd be surprised to hear that I came from a 2-parent Christian household, bro. Like, you know yourself, innit? Like, yeah, both parents in the church, dad worked, mum was at home, had a severely autistic brother, so that obviously would have put stress on the relationship, and then you had the nonsense I was getting involved in as well, which would have added more stress on the relationship. But I don't think you could have asked for a better set of parents and a better upbringing, to be fair, bro.
Yeah. And what was home life like as a child?
It was good. It was good. I've got a brother, 2 little brothers. One's a year younger than me, and one's about 7 or 8 years younger than me, and an older sister. So obviously brothers are brothers, innit? We was like best friends, always up to no good, playing computer when I was grounded. If I went outside, I was grounded. If I was grounded, I was playing computer with my brother in it in 64. Yeah.
Nice. And would you say you were close with your parents and your family then, yes?
Yeah. Relatively close. Still speak to them now. Like, I do runs with my dad. My mum comes around to see me, and yeah, relatively close. Don't chat to them as much as I probably should, because, life takes over, innit? Kids and misses and work and all that. But
your own family now.
Yeah, man. My own family, my own stresses and problems and all that.
And what kind of kid were you in school? What was school like for you? Starting with primary.
School was, you know what? Educational-wise, I was always an intelligent kid. I kind of had trouble writing. Like, I couldn't get down on paper what I had in my mind. You know what I'm saying? So I was always intelligent, but I kind of struggled when it come to like handwriting. You know what I mean? So, and it's not even like, some kids are less intelligent, or they might be on the spectrum or have needs. And sometimes they act out and misbehave. Like, at some point, teachers and my parents thought it was that, but I was just a bad little fuck, bro. For lack of better words. But yeah, school was never an issue, really. Just behaviour sort of things, innit?
Yeah. No, did you ever feel like you really fit in the school?
You know what? We went to Highfield Primary School in Urmston. So besides me, my brother and sister, everybody else in the school was white, innit? So obviously in primary school, kids aren't naturally born racist. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't fit in, and it's not like the kids were trying to be racist or whatnot. But you know, when someone's different, they're different in it. So yeah, never really had any problem making friends. I had loads of friends and all that, but yeah.
Okay. And was there a particular moment in your childhood that you feel maybe changed you into the kid that you become?
I'd just say, like I said, going to an all-white school and being one of only 3. Oh, and there was a Pakistani girl in there, Pajit as well. But yeah, so going to a school like that, like I said before, like kids aren't naturally racist. You know what I mean? They might have heard the uncle or the mum or dad say something and they've picked that up. So like when you're playing football, if man missed a penalty, or they'd be like, oh, look at you with your brown skin, you can't play football, or oh, look at you, you nigger or gollywog. So having to go into school and deal with that at the age of like 6 or 7, because I used to live on the estate and there was black and white people on the estate and we all lived together and everybody got on. So when I come to school and started experiencing this, thinking, right, what kind of shit's this, yo? Because all the white people I know, whenever I do something wrong, they don't start calling me racial slurs or telling me to go wash my skin because it's dark, or calling me a mophead because I got curly hair. And it kind of took a toll on my sister. Obviously, boys and girls are different. You know, boys, we're more hard-backed. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can take it and run with it. It kind of had I'd say, I don't want to say too much because it's not my place to say, but I would say she had it a bit rougher being a girl, the only black girl as well, you know what I'm saying? Whereas 2 black boys, me and my brother, she was the only black girl. But I'd say that kind of put me on the path of just violence was the answer.
Protection.
Yeah, just that's what I'd say, bro, because done a lot of violent acts in my life, bro, you know what I mean? And it probably stemmed from that. Like, I'm playing football, I miss a penalty, you call me a black this, it's on, bro. It's hands, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could never just let them sort of things lie. So I'd say that kind of played a part in what happened in my future years.
Yeah. Understandable at the end of the day.
Yeah, you know yourself. I'm sure you went through similar things as well.
Living
you know
in Partington, boy, it was pretty much the same, to be fair. Barring the likes of myself, a couple of the bests and the Pollits. And Sean Sado, there was never really any other really black people. Or Ricky and Arnie, but he was a few years older than us. Other than that, we were really it in the school, you know, until later on and things started growing, you know. So it's I understand that side of things. Were you who were you influenced most by when you were younger? Who was an influence to you?
Obviously, I had the older cousins, Marvin and Gary, but we only seen them like every couple of weeks at family link-up. So it was just a man on the estate. You know, a man like Gavin and Nems' older brother, Chris Murray, and Ashley Glennon. Like, these man that was around me on the estate, a couple of years older. Like, I'd more say that's where I kind of, outside of like church and school, that's where you learn on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, playing outside. Like, we were outside kids. Kids these days aren't really outside. You know what I mean? We was outside. Since we finished school, outside. Bus up knee, on bike, manhunt. You know what I'm saying? Exit cars and egging windows, like, outside. So yeah, they was my more like influences.
I remember them times my dad wouldn't let me come back in the house in the daytime.
Trust me,
outside, get outside.
Yo,
you need a drink, go to your friend's house.
Them times, don't come home till the street lights are on. 100%. Yeah, man, we was outside, bro.
That's it. And did you have any role models as a child?
DMX, you know. I know that sounds mad, but I used to have having a poster on his wall, on my wall, not his wall. I used to have his poster on my wall, and I used to listen to his album Grand Champ, innit? And I say that probably doesn't help, because my man's always talking about violence and scrapping and nonsense. So you know, but yeah, that was one of the guys, and obviously So Solid Crew as well. You know what I mean? I wasn't really one of them guys who was like, man played football, watched football, but I wouldn't say like I was involved like that, and I wouldn't say that they was role models to me, athletes. It was more like I was more with the rappers and whatnot, in it.
Rappers and the gangsters.
Yeah, man, the bad guys, fam. The villains, you know what I'm saying?
All bad influences. They were generally bad, but they were influences at the end of the day, weren't they? You know? Fam. And did you have any dreams of becoming anything as a kid when you were younger?
That's one thing as well that I don't know. I never, like, obviously every boy wants to be a footballer, or, you know what I mean, you want to do something like that, or you want to be a rapper, but I didn't have like a goal in mind of where I wanted to go in life. If I would have had, maybe I would have went into a different path, but I never sort of had that, if you know what I mean. So, yeah.
So let's go on to talking about the path that you took down. When did you first kind of encounter crime or violence?
Crime, always. To be fair, always been involved in crime. Like, obviously at a younger age, it's just little stuff like throwing stones at windows and teething bikes off the park, and, you know, just boy stuff.
Clubs from the Trafford Centre.
Yeah, golf clubs from the Trafford Centre, you know, Sports Direct and that, like. Yeah, from early, bro. Like, not like it was like seen as even committing crime. It's just boys being boys, isn't it? Man went Travis Centre, shoplift a pair of gloves. Man are throwing stones at windows and egging cars and, you know what I mean? Just petty stuff, nothing serious, but from early, bro, like 5, 6, 7. I guess when you grow up in these working class council estates, like, and you've got so much free time outside, it kind of just goes hand in hand, innit? Not to say that's an excuse or nothing, but yeah.
Yeah, and what would you say was your first major illegal act?
I'd just say when I must have been 12, that was the first time I got arrested, bro. Set a car on fire at a pub car park, yo. Ended up flicking two matches under the bonnet, yo, on some nonsense. I'd say that was the first, besides obviously scrapping and, you know, nonsense like throwing stones and that was the first, I'd say, proper illegal act that man done, yo.
Arsonist.
What a way to start, innit? You know what I'm saying? Start as you mean to go on. So yeah, that would have been the first one, bro.
The next question was going to be kind of how old are you? But you said you were about 12, 13 years old. So
well, I was in
start of high school.
Well, yeah, it was in the first, I don't know exactly. It was the first couple of months of high school. Obviously, I'm born in October, one of the oldest, so I'm from 12 to 13 quite early. So it could have been the first 2 weeks. It could have been 7 weeks. I don't know. Can't remember. But it was very early in the first year of school anyway.
Yeah.
Mad fun.
And what did that make you feel like the first time of kind of doing an act like that? How did it make you feel?
You know what's mad, bro? I didn't even like see it initially go up. I just had a box of matches. So obviously I'm on the bus messing about. You know, when you put a match in the box and you flick it, and that's what man was on, bro. Like just messing about, and then for some reason, I just ended up lighting a couple matches and just putting it under the bonnet of this Beamer, bro. And then I'd gone to school, yo. Come break time now, 10, 11 o'clock. Yo, that car's on fire. Yo, fire brigade come. I'm like, rah, what? I had no idea, fam. Like, rah. So I thought I just, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Obviously, at the time, Billy Big Bollocks, innit? Like, yeah, man, big man in school now. Yeah. New boy setting cars on fire, get that little bit of a reputation, like, you know what I'm saying? So,
puff out your chest.
Yeah, man, the chest was puffed down, all them things, but yeah, so it just made me feel like kind of big, like you said, just big as it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it made you feel like you were part of the guys.
Yeah, one of the guys, bro.
Yeah. And did crime feel normal in the environment that you were in?
Yes and no, because I was never... Whiskey's strong, yo. I was never like naughty at home, sort of thing, you know what I mean? Go and ask your mum then, yeah? Go on, big man. Yeah, man.
Drop this.
Yeah, man. No edits, no cut show. We're family, man. All done in one take.
Yeah, go to mum, please.
First of many, no doubt. But yeah, so come again with the question, fam.
So, did crime feel normal in the environment that you were in at the time?
So, yeah, as I was saying, obviously, coming from a Christian household, it came naturally. It didn't feel normal because man knew it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know right from wrong anyway.
Yeah.
But it came easy to me because I didn't think twice before I done anything. It's like, I want to do this, so I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still impulsive like that now. Like, if I want something, I'm telling Jade I want it now. I ain't trying to order it and it come in 2 days. I want it today. Where can I get it from? 20 miles. I'm jumping in the car, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm impulsive, and I've always had that sort of. You mix impulsiveness with recklessness. It's a disaster, isn't it?
Dangerousness.
Yeah, that's it, bro. Yeah. So yeah, it came naturally.
Was there ever a pressure to prove yourself around the people that you were in kind of the group you were in?
Nah, I don't. I wouldn't say in a sense of prove yourself, but obviously you just. When you're with the boys, innit? So you just naturally, you're just a bit more hyped up and a bit more, not showy off, but you know what you like when you're with the boys. Like, I'm the Billy Big Bollocks, innit? I'm the bigger man. I'll do this, I'll do that. But then again, I got in just as much trouble on my own as well. So it's hard to say, like, yeah to that. You know what I mean? I got in just as much trouble on my own walking home. Like, you know what I mean? But obviously, nah, I'd say no, bro.
Okay. Was there anybody in particular that introduced you to that type of world?
Not really, bro. Nah. Just being around them. Like I said, just from early active in it. And it's not like man was on crime all the time, but, you know, for someone to be 13, 14, 15, to be arrested over 20 times, you know, sent to jail twice, on tag 6 or 7 times, you know, like that's...
Active.
Active, bro. You know what I mean?
Active youngster, yeah. No, that's... And looking back, was there ever a point that you thought you could have took a different path?
They say hindsight's a wonderful thing, innit? So, obviously, as I got older in life and started watching my kids grow, you kind of start looking back on certain things you've done in it. So, yeah, sort of.
Okay. And going a little bit deeper into that criminal life, when did things stop being small and start becoming serious? Like the crimes or
that was
your involvement?
about 14, 15. That's when like street robberies started coming into place, robberies and Section 18, GBHs. Like we went from just having scraps to full on whacking, man. You know what I mean? Like that's around 14, 15, 16. So still relatively young, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not like we was going out there to cause crime, but you know, when you get in an altercation and there's 3 of them and 3 of us, it's either them or us, yo.
Yeah.
And we just
all be killed.
Yeah, we just kind of would go the extra mile. You know what I'm saying? So it went from just having a scrap to whacking man, kicking him in the head and the down, like it's either them or us, innit? So I'd say 14, 15, that's when things kind of got, in a sense of more serious, as in like you're looking at more time for what you're doing and you're having more effect on people in what you're doing, because throwing a stone out a window, all right, it might aggravate my man, but it's nothing. You know, robbing people. Some people suffer from PTSD from robberies, like you run up on a bus, punch up man and take his phone. Some people can't deal with that.
Can't get back on a bus after that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's like when you say crime getting more serious, yeah, it about 14, 15
About
things
15, 14,
picked up. Yeah.
And what would you say your reputation on the streets were?
Probably a little fucker, bro. You know what I mean? It depends who you ask. You know, if you're asking somebody I'm with, right, it's one of the boys, yo. But if you ask someone down the street, oh, that dickhead, riding around with lost stock on his back of his t-shirt, on his bike with 5 of his boys, robbing people, like, you know. But it's not even like it was ever done in a way
maliciously.
Yeah, or even to build reputation. It's just, you know, this is us. We're just doing what we do. You know what I mean?
Things just happen as it happens, though.
Just happen, bro. It's not like we woke up and thought, right, we're going to commit crime, or right, we're going to beat up this man or rob this guy. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, you outside that much. If we have an altercation, we just dealt with it.
Yeah, on site.
On site, bro.
100%. And then, did you enjoy the lifestyle at the time?
In what sense do you mean lifestyle? Because obviously only 14, 15, isn't it?
Yeah, so like, did you enjoy them types of situations if things would kick off, or
yeah, well, you
things
well,
go
yeah,
off,
obviously as a
enjoy,
man,
or was it more of a panicking situation where I just defend
you know,
myself and do what I need to do, or
it's more of an enjoyment thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because when the adrenaline kicks and the dopamine and all that, like, you know, saying, oh, my man got fucked up, yo, we banged him, or, you know, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's exciting. You know what I mean? So.
And what did it give you emotionally? How did it make you feel?
Excited, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, excited, fam.
There was never any kind of fear of consequence at them ages, was there?
Nah, you know what? You see, so going back to, see, when you get arrested at 12, 13, I kind of told myself, this is kind of like the worst trouble I can be in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, being arrested at 12 or 13 for setting a car on fire. You can't really get in any more trouble than going to jail or being arrested. So I'm 12 and I've experienced the worst kind of scenario I could be in. Apart from obviously having my life taken or whatever, like in the eyes of the law, that's the worst situation you can be in. And I experienced that at 12. So that kind of just made me think, like, fuck it. I've been there now. I'm not worried. Yeah. Like, oh, you see, when you're young and people say, oh, police are coming, you might get arrested. Like, I was arrested at 12, 13, bro. I'd been there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Worn the t-shirt. It was nothing.
Yeah, been there, done that. So, yeah.
What would you say one of your darkest moments at them ages were?
Did
you ever fear for your life at any point?
You know, there was a couple of situations where I was out with a man them, and one particular situation in Sale Hotel that man them always like to remind me of. You know what I'm saying? A man come up to me about, oh, you're the guy who's always got his top off on Facebook with his chest out, and you know what I'm saying? It was in Sale Waterside, innit? Must have been 6 or 5 of us. I'm not going to say no names because whatever, but I was with a couple of them and them, innit? They was waiting for man outside, yo. Come outside. There must have been 20 of them, and bam, it was on, innit? Obviously. That there had man worried, like, yo. But then again, you give and you take it, innit? Because I've been jumped before, I've had my arm broken, I've been beat up, like, you know what I mean? It's part of the game. You know, you can't go out there and be scrapping with people and not expect them to want to come and get revenge here and there, innit? So, yeah, but that was one situation where even now when I speak to set man, like, yo, that was a sticky one.
Yeah.
Like when I got jumped,
could have gone left.
Yeah, could have gone left. When I got jumped and I got my arm broken, my face bust up, like man, I had to walk home from Stretford-on-Dale back to Lostock. I'm swinging like this, yo, carrying it like this, yo. That was a bit of a peak one. So 20-minute walk back to the estate with my arm swinging like that, face all bust up because I got jumped outside youth offending service. Like that was another one when I was thinking like, Ras, what the fuck am I on, yo? But
makes you reevaluate
yeah,
things a
thinking
little.
I'm walking in my arm, I'm holding my arm like this, show, and it's just swinging on a madness. Like that was a time as well when I thought like, right, but never once did I think like, fuck it, I'm gonna stay in now. Nah, you know what I'm saying. As we'll go into, like, it wasn't long after. I think I must have been November times. I got my arm broken. I was back out February, March with a broken arm, committing street robberies, bro. You know what I'm saying? One arm, yo. I had one arm in a cast like this with the boys, and I'm punching man with one hand and taking phones, and you know what I mean, bro? Like,
oh, 100%, man. And did you ever feel much paranoia at them times?
Nah, never, bro.
No.
Nah, never, bro. Like,
a lot of people, like you say, a lot of people in that lifestyle get a lot of paranoia. PTSD affects people differently, doesn't it? So
yeah, nah. It's part. To me, it was just part and parcel, isn't it? Like, you know what I'm saying? You see, man. If you can get away, you can get away. Well done. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you hold a beating and crack on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Obviously, if you're going around and you're robbing people, they could have brothers, they could have uncles, cousins, and they know who it is. They're going to be looking to do revenge or whatever in it. So like, that just comes with it. You can't go around doing that nonsense and expect it not to come back at you at some point. So yeah, but I was never one to. But otherwise, I would be in my house all the time, innit? I was still outside, bro.
Outside, yeah, 100%. And how would you be trusted at them times? Did you trust people?
Yeah, trust them and them, yo. Like I said, when you go through certain situations with your people, you develop that love and that trust, yo. Like when you're in life-threatening situations, obviously, you know, it is a life-threatening situation, and it's not, you know, if you get hit in the head, fall and bang your head, you can die in a scrap. So you could argue that every scrap you win could potentially be life-threatening. But when you go through them sort of things with the boys, it brings you closer. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have that bond where it's like, I know if anything goes wrong, A, B, and C are with me. And if we're going down together. Yep. So you have that love and that trust. I think that's what kind of kept man on the nonsense I was on. Because I had that love and that respect and trust for the man I was with. I knew,
be on it with you.
Yeah, no matter what happens, these guys have got me on. No matter what it is, whether it's emotional needs or revenge needs or financial, like, these men have got me on. We've been through thick and thin together.
Yeah. And that's where it kind of leads into the next question of what kind of rules and codes did you man together have within that criminal world? Was there particular rules and codes that you followed?
I don't know. I wouldn't even say we was in a criminal world. We were just kids who just didn't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't sit here and class myself as a criminal.
As a criminal, yeah.
Yeah, like, I've got a criminal record and a lot of nonsense, but I wouldn't say we had a criminal code. We was just friends outside. Obviously, no snitching. That's the number one. Yeah. That's 100%. The fundamental. No snitching, yo. If we do X and Y, you get bagged, you deal with it, yo. Keep your mouth closed, you get me?
Yeah.
Then there's the usual ones, like can't be chatting to man's gal and just the basics, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them sort of things.
Definitely. Did you ever struggle morally with the things you were doing at the time?
Nope.
No.
No
moral, no feeling.
No, nothing, bro. This is what, but I remember having a conversation with my parents and they were saying to me, like, how do you not have any remorse or sympathy for what you've done? Like, never had none. Obviously, now I'm getting older, I do. Yeah. I think like that could happen to my son, or you know what I mean. But at the time, bro, nothing.
Would you ever justify your actions?
I justify my actions every day. I told myself, ain't nothing wrong with it, yo. I'm just chilling with the boys, and I needed a new phone. He's got one. I need one. You get me? He's got a new bike. I need a new bike. I'm gonna have that one, yo. Like,
they've got the stuff we never had.
Yeah, trust me, bro. Like, yeah.
And then, was there ever a moment that you realised that people were seriously getting hurt by your actions?
Yeah, when you see man on the floor and you've just kicked him in his head, you can see my man's peppered, yo. Yeah, my man ain't getting up, he's out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, yeah, and then obviously when you rob someone, like, you can see it in the eyes and you can see it in the face, that kind of fear. And so, yeah. But again, it was ever nothing to me. And maybe that's, I don't know.
Different.
Yeah, maybe built different. Maybe because, like I said, going through, obviously, the shit I went through in school and just being back against the wall all the time. Maybe that kind of made me a bit hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. You know?
Hard surface, hard-faced, innit? And did you ever lose any friends along the way?
Yeah, I lost 2 good friends, yo. Riddy and Gavin. Yeah, that was a hard one, bro. Especially Riddy dying at 18. Yeah. As you know, bro, that was a heavy one.
That night as well.
Yeah.
Riddy got off from us. Told him to stay, didn't.
Yeah, he phoned me that night to come out as well, but I was working on a Friday, on a Saturday, which I never normally do, so I didn't go out in it.
Yeah.
And then, mad, bro.
Yeah, it was a mad situation. And how did that affect you at the time?
Well, by them times there, man was, 20, 21? I had my first child at 18, Tyler. So I'd already kind of come away from all that anyway. Like, man wasn't, at the age of 21 and 18, you know, it's not cool to be out running around with 5-10 man robbing people and fighting and doing whatever, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I was already starting to slow down anyway, but kind of just made me think times are changing, because now kids are using knives. Like back when I was outside, we was just scrapping. You know, sometimes
a big stick.
Or you might get hit with a but man weren't stabbing, bro. Like that was unheard of, man. Really, obviously, not saying man didn't run around with knives, but it wasn't a regular occurrence and it wasn't fashionable.
Yeah.
So, you know, luckily, we was getting away from it because we were getting older as that was kind of coming in. You know what I'm saying?
And did you ever come across any betrayal at them times?
In what sense?
Did you ever find, let's say for example, did you have anybody that you thought were in your clique, in your group?
Oh yeah. But that was more.
Yeah,
that was more when we was younger. Like, set man was around, and then something would happen, and they'd disappear. All of a sudden, they get the charges dropped, and you know, there's a couple of scenarios. Like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm not going to say no names. People are living their own lives now. They've got kids. They might not want it out there, but yeah, like even the first situation when man first got sent to jail when I was 15, like, I'm sure a couple man snitched on them charges we had, because there was I was 15, yeah, so I was under the age of legal responsibility for yourself. So obviously being under 16, the judge is a bit more lenient on you. We with man there that was 16, 17, bro. He got charges dropped. Ras, he's 16, 17, yo. He's just done 7 street robberies with me, yo. How's he got his charges dropped, yo?
Yeah.
So man, he kind of fizzled away, didn't see my man again. So he was suspected of obviously breaking the code and snitching, and 1 or 2 others in it, but yeah.
It was part of it. Not everybody's cut for it,
they're not, bro. It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. And at them time, did you ever think there was any situations that you wouldn't come out of or wouldn't survive?
Bro, like I said, obviously, when you sat in the sweatbox and you head into the jail, right, that kind of would be the natural thought. But I was going there with 2 of my boys, yo. And then Gavin was in there anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I know Gavin's in Hindley. So I know sooner or later I'm going to buck up with Gavin, yo. Gavin's a real deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my boy, yo. And then plus I've got my other 2 codees with me on the sweatbox. We're laughing and joking in the sweatbox all the way there. We land in jail, induction. We're together on the same wing. You know what I'm saying? So
causing a ruckus.
Yeah, so straight away, like, even when you get thrown into that kind of situation, I'm with 2 of my boys. So that kind of fear, all right, there's a bit of it. Would have had more fear going on my own, but going with 2 of my brethren, like, yo, it's on, yo. It's us 3 against the world now. Yeah. I don't know who's in here, what these men are on or whatever, but I know I've got these 2 guys with me that have been friends with me for 5 years, been through thick and thin. So, yeah, that was a situation where could have potentially been fearful, but like I said, I'm with my dogs, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And what would you say the closest call you ever had was? Would you say it was the situation that you discussed before? Sale situation, or there's been others?
I don't know, because there's been situations, as in like me potentially getting seriously hurt or me potentially going away for a long time.
Either.
There's been a couple of sketchy GBH charges that I've had dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like, lack of evidence. There was the one with Blackpool with yourself, fam. You know what I'm saying? When we was out in Blackpool, you know what I'm saying? That's another Section 18. Allegedly, someone got hit with a bottle and got their face smashed up. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. That's another one, charges dropped, lack of evidence or whatever, but that was a sketchy one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Was. Yeah, you don't want to be like yourself and me, dad of 3 and 4 kids, and you're going away for 6 years for GBH. Wounding with intent. You know what I'm saying? Like
you say, it was survival.
Yeah, well,
kicked in, didn't it?
Nah, it's one of them. They came at us, so, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's one situation. But yeah, there's been, like I said, I don't have the best memory to recall everything, but there's been certain situations where man have been run down by people and thinking, right, these man catch me, it's going to be peak.
It's peak.
I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, there's been a few, bro.
And moving on to kind of as you're going into prison now, tell me about the day you got arrested.
He was in Altrincham. You know what? I had no business going up there with the man, them, yo. Man said, I think one of the boys' mums had gone away for a week or so and left him with his brother. He must have spent all his money buying up weed and all them things. Man said, yo, I need some dough. We'll go fly up Altiside, yo, lick some robberies, get some phones. My dumb ass like, yeah, let's roll, yo. Fuck it. Broken arm. I'm coming with you, yo, with a cast and all that. You get me? Yeah. So that was the situation, bro.
And then, did you know it was coming?
Yeah, caught. And you know what, yeah? From when we done what we was doing and got back on the Met, as we were travelling down the Met line, the robbery squad police jumped on the Met, bro. Caught man straight away, yo, grab man. I thought, nah, this is looking peak. Excuse me, we might have been caught with the phones together on the Met. Took us to the police station. Well, it was Friday night now, you get me? Thinking, oh, I'll catch bail, this is normal.
Yeah, in here till Monday.
Oh, bam. No bail Friday, no bail Saturday, no bail Sunday. Thinking, right, this is peak, yo.
Yeah.
Gone to court on Monday now, yeah, talking about they didn't want to give me bail. Luckily, my solicitor is saying, right, he's underage, he's 15. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I ended up getting tag bail. So tag was nothing new to man anyway, because I've been on tag 3-4 times. But yeah, I ended up getting tag bail in it.
Yeah. And what went through your mind at the time?
Yeah, I just thought, yo, this
in
is
that moment.
This is looking sketchy. From when they sat me down and said, you've been arrested for 7 street robberies and 7 attempted robberies, that's when I thought, like, yo, like, I know, man, that I've got 3 years for 1 robbery. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sitting here on 14. 7 robberies and 7 attempts at the age of 15.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nearly 1 for every year of your life.
Fam, this is what I'm saying. Luckily, because there was like 9 of us on the charge, and one person's story said he was wearing this, one person's story said he was wearing this, because there was three separate robberies with 2 people in each one, so to say. Everyone's stories kind of didn't match, and there was no CCTV, so the police couldn't really pin who done what, where, and who. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So luckily, we ended up getting 8 months, do 4 times 7, but all running together, not back to back. Because when my man told me, count 1, 8 months, count 2, 8 months, I'm looking at my mum and dad like, yo, 16 months. Yo, I'm at 2 years. I've got 7. So I'm sat there thinking, Ras, I'm gone, yo. This is 8 years or something, yo. Man said, running concurrent. Jesus.
Yeah.
I said, praise the Lord, yo. My man saved me, bro. So I ended up doing 7, 8 months, do 4s, running at the same time, bro. But that's when I was thinking, like, Ras, I dodged a bullet, and I still didn't learn.
Yeah, still didn't learn. And what was prison like at the time for the outsiders that won't understand or haven't ever been? What would you say it was like? Because at that time, that would have been Hinley, so that would have been under 18.
Yeah.
Prison.
Well,
where obviously people are a lot more scatty when they're young than they are in big man prison.
That's the first thing I was going to say. See, when it comes to these young offender institutes, everybody wants to be the big man. Everybody's the big I am. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's got a point to prove. So, honestly, unless you keep yourself to yourself, hide in your cell and, you know, whatever, but it's active. People are active out there, scrapping always, bro. Yeah,
a lot of time, innit?
Yeah, so yeah, it's one of those things. A dangerous environment. Let's have it right.
Was it dangerous inside?
Yeah, it's dangerous, bro. Yeah, again, we was up to nonsense again, yo. We were scrapping in there again. You know what I mean? Fighting with these man here, them man there, and this man did sort of occasion. This man took this shower gel, and you know what I mean? Set man got a hit with a ping pong racket, and you know it's just one of them things, isn't it? Like, you know, when you've got a group of teenagers pumped off testosterone and going through puberty, and you lock them all in a wing with 30 of them and nothing to do, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah,
I'd argue that jail doesn't work because you're not teaching them nothing. Nah, it doesn't. Chaos. Nah, it does. It's like children's homes. Like, you have all these kids together, all high off life and testosterone and puberty, and everybody wants to be the big man. What do you think's going to happen? These men aren't learning the lesson. They're making new friends. They're making new connections for whatever they've been involved in. I don't know, if you're a car thief, you're making new connections over there. If you're a shotter, you're making new connections over there. If you're a gun buster, there's so you're just building up your connections. So when you go out, you're cracking back on. Yeah, it doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
And how did you survive mentally at the time in prison? Obviously, you had people around you.
It wasn't a problem, bro. It wasn't a problem. Like I said, I'd man them around. And I'm the type of guy where it wouldn't have made a difference anyway.
Yeah.
It is what it is, isn't it? You get cracked straight on, bro. But yeah, having, like I said, two of my codees with me, and one of the man them in there anyway. Straight away, as soon as I landed there, your haircut from Gavin, next morning, fresh, you know what I'm saying? Skinhead. Looking like one of these skinhead boys, the white guys, you know, the skinhead and that, you get me?
Yeah.
Patting your shower gels and two noodles. You know
one
what I'm
all
saying?
over Mallow.
Yeah, man.
And then, what would you say one of your loneliest moments in prison was? Did you ever start to reminisce on?
You know what?
Being in there?
Within, I'd say it was 2-3 days of being in there, I got split up from the other 2. Scrapping, bowdiness. So I got put on a wing on my own. So that first night, I was like, right, I'm on my own now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a long night, because I'm thinking, right, fuck it, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my own now. When I come out of here now, I'm going to have to do what I need to do in it. But obviously, it is what it is, innit? Crack on, deal with it.
100%. And what would you say prison taught you about people?
You know what it kind of taught me? We're all the same and all just struggling. You know what I'm saying? It kind of made me realize how fortunate I was. because like I was saying before, I didn't come from the broken home. My mum didn't go through domestic violence like some parents do, and my mum and dad weren't alcoholics or drug users. Like, I had no business living the life I was living with the home environment I had. You know what I mean? When I think back now, it's mad, bro. You know what I mean?
Like I say, statistically, it shouldn't have worked out the way it did.
It's mad, bro.
And would you say that you changed while you were inside, or after you released?
None, bro.
You ended up going back into
straight back to it. Nonsense.
Got worse.
Yeah, man. Straight back out. Touch road. Now you're the big dog. You've just been jailing it. You know what I'm saying? You're the big dog now.
Still full of testosterone.
Yeah. Oh, Malachi just got out, yo.
Bigger chest.
Yeah. Started hitting gym. Started pumping up and that because I was always a small, skinny guy. So started hitting gym when I was in there. Now, yeah. Bam. Started getting a bit bigger than that. Then touch road, and it's like Malachi just got out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everyone's showing you love. My G, bad man. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it's worse. Yeah. Okay. Back on now. Yeah.
No, moving on to kind of the turning point of coming out of that life now, was there a specific turning point where you decided to make a change? Because like you say, your son had just been born at them times.
So the point was, this was 2 years, it's a story, bro. So 2 years later, wake up in the morning, Jade, it was 2 years ago to this very day when I first got arrested. Not what 5 minutes later, feds come through the door, fam. On my life, police come rushing up the stairs, burst into the bedroom. I'm like, yo, what you doing? Oh, you're under arrest for witness intimidation, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Ras. Yo, bearing in mind now, Jade's in bed with me, and there's only men officers. So I'm saying, wow, you man need to get out. My girl's naked under here. You won't believe one of the man them left a bag in my house the night before with contraband, fam. You get me? Just on a whim, just left it like, fuck it, dashed it on the wardrobe. Luckily, Jade was in the room. So when the man have come in, because there was no female officers, I'm telling them, man, you can take me out of the room, but you can't search this room till my girl gets out of bed because she's naked under here. Yo, my girl got out of bed, grabbed the bag, put it under the baby bump, put a dressing gown on, sat downstairs and held that like a G. Yo. Yeah. You get me? Mad. But yeah, so that was the situation because she was pregnant then, innit? Now, bam, I'm being carted off. Again now, back to jail. I'm 18 now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a child. I'm a man now. Thinking, am I going to see my son's birth? Am I going to miss his birth? You know, how long am I going to get? My criminal record's extensive. Like, they're going to throw the book at me now. I'm 18, you know what I'm saying? So that was the turning point. So from...
You thought they were going to start unraveling that list of...
Yeah, man. So that just kind of made me realize you're a dad now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens to you also has an effect on somebody else now. So I would say that was the turning point.
What caused a shift for you, essentially,
wasn't it? Like I said, from 18, like, things started slowing down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was the turning point.
Would you say it was difficult to leave that life behind?
Yeah.
After getting out and starting to make your turning point now. Your son was born by the time you got out.
Yeah, well, yes and no, because like I said, it's not like we was out there as some criminal enterprise. Like, we were just a group of friends who just didn't give a fuck. Just did what we wanted to do when we wanted to do it. Took what we wanted when we wanted, whatever. Whether we was robbing a shop or people. Lost track of your question then. Come again.
So yeah, just like, did you find it difficult?
Yes and no, because the transition comes from I'm a dad now. I'm spending more time with my girl and my son, so I'm not seeing the man them as much.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing stories that the man them was active outside this weekend. This has gone on, and I'm like, missed out, yo.
Yeah.
But I'm on to bigger, better things now.
Same time.
Same time. I'm waking up. I'm giving my son a bottle in the morning, yo. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Different. I'm on a different path now. But I'm always looking back at, like, even now, Bram, I think, fuck it, I'm going to get my bicycle out of the shed, phone the boys, yo. Let's get on the bike, so let's go on a mad one. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always going to be in there because it excites you. You know what I'm saying?
Who want it, you know? And leading on to the next question then, how did your older friend accept that change? Because you would have been a key figure to part of their nonsense. They would have knew. There's one person we can call, it's Malachi.
Yeah, without a doubt, yo. Man, I'm stupidness, you know I'm involved. Like I said, they kind of knew. One of the man them already had a ute anyway. But they kind of knew, like, man's got a kid now. So as much as man's about it, like, I've got a ute in it, like, there's repercussions and it affects more than one person now. So obviously, you get the comments sometimes like, man can't see you no more where you at, like, you ain't about no more. But that's, as the rest of the man them got older themselves, they started to get long-term relationships with X and Y and start building their own families. But of course, there's always going to be that period where you pull yourself away or step back a little bit. Man are going to say shit like, can't see you no more.
You regardless.
Yeah, of course, bro. But the love's still there. Like, these have been my friends for 20 years, bro. We're talking 2006, 5, 7, like 20 years and known the man them, innit? You know what I'm saying?
And what would you say the hardest part of going straight was for you?
Fucking working, bro. Fucking hate getting up. Nah, I swear, bro.
What a taxpayer.
Bro, paying tax and getting up to go to work. Because I ended up getting sacked. I didn't like work anyway, bro, but I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to get a job. Didn't like work. And then I ended up getting sacked. And then I went for a 4-year period where I was just outside, just doing bits to get paid. And don't get me wrong, never made serious money, but made enough money where I could take my kids on holiday to Lanzarote. Me and Jade would go to Amsterdam. Made enough money to feed my kids and not have to go to work.
Still.
Yeah, so I wasn't asked about having the Rolex and the chains and that. Like, I'm with my boys on the block every day and my bills are paid. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
But then obviously, when I had my third child, just before that, I thought like, nah, got back into work and tore that off again. You know what I'm saying? Like, just went fully straight, got onto the truck driving and all of that. But just getting up for work, bro, it's just, that's the one thing that does my head in, bro.
And did you find it difficult kind of trying to rebuild your life, getting back into the work and leaving that lifestyle again?
Nah, not really, bro, because it was like a slow transition. So man kind of got a job anyway, you know what I'm saying? And then, because obviously man was doing, I'm only really doing what I'm doing on the weekend to make money. You know, like there's a couple of shouts in the week here and there, but it's more of a weekend thing for me.
Yeah.
So I could work in the week and still do whatever on the weekend.
It was around all week regardless, and then the weekend.
Yeah. That's when man was active. Yeah. So, you know, it just kind of just fizzled out. Like, get a little bit less of this. You know what I'm saying? Just turn the working hours down instead of working from 9 at night to 6 in the morning. You know, just kind of slowly fizzle it out, sort of thing.
And what would you say? Obviously, it's a redemption of yourself moving out from that lifestyle. What would you say redemption means to you?
You know, it's a difficult one because some people struggle with guilt. And it eats some people up. And I'm one of them guys where I don't
have that emotional
you know what? I know what I did was wrong. I caused a lot of pain to a lot of people unnecessarily for a lot of years. You know what I mean? But that's why I'm trying to do this now, yo. Like, you see, like this trucking fit thing. I try to help people, fam. You know what I mean? I put a lot of badness into the world, done a lot of nonsense. So I'm just trying to help people now. Like, I mean,
put a bit of good back.
Yeah, we're lucky. We've never struggled with any kind of mental, I don't want to, disability or any mental sort of.
We've had it around us, but it's never affected us.
It's from like anxiety, depression, and like schizophrenia. It's all through our family. It's all around the man them. We've never had problem with addiction, me and you. Like, we never had gambling addiction, alcohol. But there's a lot of people around, man, that have.
Don't know about the alcohol. But...
Yeah. But yeah, so that's why I'm trying to do this now. Like, I'm trying to help people, yo. Sit down with me. Let's have a conversation that no one else wants to have, yo.
Get it off your chest.
Yeah, man. Like I said, this guy has been hooked on drugs for 6 months. Come sit down, yo, because somebody else is going through the same thing you went through. They might listen to this, and if it helps one person, then us sitting here for half an hour,
changing one person's life is
your
job
done.
Bro.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's redemption to me now. It's kind of trying to make amends, bro. Like, and teach my kids. Yeah, just teach my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Don't get me wrong. Not that I don't regret what I've done, but that made me who I am. So my man say, would you go back and change anything? Nah. If I changed one or two things, I wouldn't be the man I am now.
Today, 100%.
And I'm proud of that, man. You know, so I wouldn't change anything. So redemption is just helping other people now in some sort of way.
Oh, and trying to think now. We pretty much covered a lot of the questions that I was going to go into. So, I mean, what kind of advice would you give to young people now then that are obviously maybe going into that lifestyle or in that lifestyle?
You know what? I just say straight away, it's not worth it, yo. Like, don't get me wrong. At the time, it's all fun and games. You're out with a man them and you're getting into scraps. But like I said, you can punch somebody once, they can fall, hit the head and die. It has happened. It can happen. You know what I'm saying? So my advice would be, don't get involved. Like, if I get into an altercation now, unless I need to defend one of my family members, I'm walking away.
Yeah.
Man can say what they want, yo, calm. I'm not fussed, yo. But if my life or my family's life isn't in an immediate threat, I'm not interested, yo.
Yeah.
You get me?
Nonsense.
Not worth it. So my advice would be just think it through, yo. Is it worth it? Because, you know, long term, you're causing a lot of damage to a lot of people and nothing. You know what I'm saying?
100%. So obviously the money and the status clearly isn't worth the cost of life.
It depends. I never made serious money, so I couldn't say that.
Yeah.
I've got guys around me, and I know people that have made some serious money. So if you ask them the same question,
they'd have a different answer.
Would you do 2 years in jail to know that you could make 300 grand a year for 5 years, but you might do 2 years in jail? Would you take that at 18?
At 18.
If man said to you, you're 18 now, from 18 to 24, you can make 300 grand a year, but you might do 2 years in jail. Right, man will probably take that, yo. So to some people, it probably is worth it. I never made that kind of money, so I couldn't tell you. Like I said, I just was comfortable. Didn't have to work and could feed my family. That was enough for me. So, but in general, no. The money in status isn't worth it. No.
And what does freedom mean to you now?
Freedom. Are we even free? You know what I'm saying? Freedom is obviously just being able to get up, go out, not being in jail is freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, not sitting in a cell. You know what I mean? Being able to go, like, now, let's go to the shop, you'll catch another bottle. Or let's go here, let's go for a pint, let's go play pool. That's freedom. Not being able to do that, being locked in a cell for 12, 13 hours a day. Horrible. Humans aren't meant to be confined, bro. It's like animals. Isn't it? Yeah, it's like animals. You see, like orcas, when they get in captivity, the fin bends over and that's stressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, humans and animals aren't meant to be caged. It doesn't work.
And what would you say you're most proud of yourself today?
Patience, fam. I've been working on it, you know. It's a struggle, but I'm trying to work on that.
Something I definitely need to work on.
Nah, bro, it comes hard to me, bro. I'm hot-tempered. And like I said before, yo, like, it's coming. I'm working on it. I'm proud that certain situations now, if you'd have said X and Y to me when I was younger, it's on, bro, on the spot. Now I can just, like I said, yeah, man, say no more, fam. Come, Jade, let's go. I'm in a pub and someone bumps into me and spills my drink. Don't worry about it, mate. I'm off. 10 years ago, it's on, bro. You owe me a drink, fam. What do you mean you're not getting me one?
Touch the glass.
Yeah, bath. Yeah. So even with the kids, bro, like, when I was, obviously I had a kid at 18, like I said, 18, 19, 20, 21, still a kid myself. So I'm more patient with my kids now than I was back then. So that's something that I've been working on and I'm still trying to work on. But that's the one thing I'd say, bro.
Yeah. And what keeps you going today?
Just the kids, bro. That's it, fam. If I didn't have kids, I wouldn't be working. I'd just be sat on benefits playing PlayStation, me, bro. I'm not going to lie, fam. It's the kids, innit? Giving the kids what I didn't have as a kid. Don't get me wrong. We was poor. We didn't ever struggle to eat or anything like that. Like, always ate well. Mum always cooked fresh food and whatever. But in a sense of, like, I was in Diodora shoes from Smithfield Market in school in Urmston. And these men are wearing Nike Shocks. And, you know, I don't want my kids to ever not have what is in fashion or what's popular at the minute. So if that means I've got to get up and slave and drive a truck for 12, 13 hours a day, so be it.
I was in cousins' hand-me-downs. That's what I was in, yo. Marvin's wardrobe, yo. What's Marvin got for me?
Yeah, so as you know yourself, it's just about these kids, bro. Just giving them the best opportunity and trying to open as much doors to make it as easy for them as possible in life.
100%.
That's what I'm on now, bro.
100%. And I think after that, I think that's pretty much, we'll call it there, man. It's been,
yeah, because it's hot, yo. Sweating in this.
100%, man.
It's that whiskey as well, fam.
Yeah, listen,
another one. Anyway.
Put it down.
But yeah, so like I said, this was just a quick one. Just telling my story. So obviously, I interview people on here, but no one probably knows my story. I was, for lack of better words, a little bastard growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, caused a lot of pain to a lot of people and just doing a lot of nonsense. So I asked you to come as well because you're my cousin, bro. So you know if I'm telling lies, pull me up on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here making lies. I'm also not trying to glorify nothing, bro. I'm not trying to make it out like it's glamorous. It's not, bro. It's just I want people to know that when I'm interviewing people, like, I've been around the block. I'm not just a guy who sat in his room for 20 years and just decided to do a podcast. Like, I've been out there. You know what I'm saying? I've led a life. I've got a story.
Worn the t-shirt.
I've worn the t-shirt. I'm now trying to get all these people with their stories, bring them here and get it all out there. Hopefully someone hears my story and thinks, right, man, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing what I'm doing no more. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going out and robbing people for phones that I don't need. You know what I'm saying? Or robbing shops or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Don't need it.
100%. But yeah.
We'll call that a day, fam. Cheers.